Hello friends, welcome to my channel Unjust Indian. Kindly subscribe my channel to watch all the videos and hit the bell button. As we have said in the introductory video itself, this channel will mostly be focusing on issues which have hitherto been avoided by most of the mainstream media and also by most of the social media channels. That is issues relating to social justice, reservation and upliftment of the backward classes and the Dalits. And when I say upliftment of the Dalits and the backward classes, the first basic thing that comes to mind is proper representation in the legislature and in the administrative bodies of the country. Now, a recent development which in normal course I would have brushed off as an internal party affair has made me think whether the backward classes, or the other OBCs as we call the other backward classes, have been given a fair share, or they have been pushed over, or they have been ridden over by the forces that still want to rule over them. You see, the Congress party, which now suddenly out of a deep slumber espouses the cause of the backward classes people, but in reality, whether the Congress party is really interested in the welfare of the backward classes. Of late, the Congress party is saying that should be a caste census. We do agree. Of late, the Congress party is saying that the backward classes should be given more representation. We do agree. Of late, the Congress party is saying that injustice has been done to the backward classes and the Dalit people. And it also acknowledged that it has also tacitly but not openly, that it has also a little bit of role to play in that. Now, I am not a person who says that they should never change their stand. It is welcome that they should change, that they have changed their stand and are taking up a stand which reflects on the reality more than their earlier stand. But more than the mere symbolic words, it should be expressed, it should be made clear and explicit in their deeds. Now, the bane, I would say, of the Indian democracy is that there are two national parties, the BJP and the Congress party, and both of them, in my opinion, are Savarna parties. And for them, the backward classes and the Dalits are only vote banks. And they know very well that since there is no leader to back them up, to expose their cause or to fight singularly for their rights, they can use them only as their vote bank and still rule this country. And Congress party now knows very well that the Savarna vote on which it built up its empire, its political empire, is no longer with it. So that base on which the Congress party rested, or the core of the Congress party, I would say, the leaders and everybody belongs, even now belongs to Savarna caste, has moved away. Now to come back to power, they need somebody else. So that somebody else only is the backward class people, and they have no genuine interest in the backward class people. And now, coming to the issue in hand, in Karnataka, the tall OBC leader, Siddaramaiah, has been replaced with D.K. Sivakumar as the chief minister. It's usually an inter-party affair. I would not have interfered if it has no social consequences. Now, Congress has 4 chief ministers, and of all the 4 chief ministers, only Mr. Siddaramaiah belonged to the OBC caste. Correct me if I am wrong. All the other 3 belong to the Savarna caste. Now, Congress has effectively removed him also from that post and posted Mr. D.K. Sivakumar as the chief minister of Karnataka. Now, effectively, all the 4 Congress chief ministers belong to the Savarna caste. None of them belong to the other backward classes. Now, whether this is fair, I would ask. It is like, saying one thing and doing the other thing. You are at one point you are saying that the backward classes are being crushed, they should be given more representation, they should be given more rights, their rights should be increased and their representation should be increased. In the same way, what you are doing is you are removing the only OBC chief minister you ever had. And mind you, Mr. Siddaramaiah didn't reach that position because of the blessing and being an understudy of your high command. He reached there surely on the dint of merit and also on the basis of his support on the ground level. Now you are removing him and replacing him with the Savarna leader, thereby virtually eliminating any chief minister of the OBC caste from your party. Whether this is fair? I want to take you back to the Mandalian protests. When the Mandalian protests erupted in the 1989-1990, when not much, for more than 60% of people, 27% reservation was sought. The protest went up in the protest erupted in such a way that even lives were lost. And Mr. Vishwanath Pratap Singh, Mr. VP Singh, the only leader I admire, only leader, even though belongs to the Savarna caste, who really espoused the cause of the backward classes, stood firm. At that time, it cannot be denied, both BJP and the Congress supported the protesters and they were anti-Mandal Commission. Now, Vishwanath Pratap Singh had to lose his government because of his firm stand on the Mandal Commission, and it was only because of the VP Singh government that the Mandal Commission's recommendation of 27% reservation was implemented. If Mr. Vishwanath Pratap Singh had wanted a political career, he could have sacrificed Mandal Commission at that time and stayed on power, but he chose to stay firm and implemented the Mandal Commission. Otherwise, whatever the minimal rights the backward classes have now would not have been possible without Mr. Vishwanath Pratap Singh's adamant stand. Now it is the same Congress which is now saying that backward classes' rights have to be protected and their representation has to be increased. I am not against them taking up a completely opposite stand to the one which they earlier took. But that should be genuine. It should not be a vote bank politics. Just like the BJP sometimes espouses the cause of the minorities. It should not be a vote bank politics is the only grievance I have with the Congress demand. Now, leave it aside, there is no OBC chief minister in Congress. For a moment, if you go to the INC website, please look at the Congress Working Committee, the top body of the Congress Working Committee. Even though one particular caste of the Savarna, not even a single person will vote for them, they have huge representation, and obviously Muslims, there is representation of the minorities Muslims, and there is one member of the Christian community, Mr. A.K. Anthony. These are all good. Although they belong to the backward community, they are religious minorities. Set them aside. Then, if you look at the members, the representation of the backward communities in the Congress Working Committee is abysmal, is dismal. When are you going to change that? I will only be happy the Congress espouses the cause of the backward classes people and at the same time gives them proportionate representation in the Congress Working Committee. If you cannot do it in the Congress Working Committee and you just espouse that cause, then that means it is not a genuine one, it is a political one with the avowed intention of only to getting the votes of the backward classes people. Now, the backward classes people at the moment really have no other go because they have to choose between the devil and the deep sea, between the BJP and the Congress. So the only option I would say for the backward classes people now is to don't vote for either BJP or Congress. Choose a better alternative you have in the regional parties in your region so that they will only be able to come back to you because they have nowhere else to go other than your region. Neither Congress nor BJP will ever be true in their statements about development in the backward classes and the Dalits, because in reality they are rooted in Varnasramic beliefs and in reality they are a Savarna party and they will never change that. Once more, the replacement of Mr. Siddaramaiah with D.K. Shivakumar proves to the world is that once again OBC leaders and once again OBC caste is just a political one and there is no real intention either in Congress or BJP to really take forward that cause. Let's meet again.